What's up, everybody? I'm Pierre Piscitelli, and here's how you play Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins. Starting, of course, with the introduction, I'm going to teach you guys how to play the signature melody that happens up top. I'm sure we all know that part. And the 3-chord progression that happens underneath. You can do these with 2 hands at the same time, and it's not too bad. So check this out. We're going to start with an F octave in the left hand, just like that. If it's too hard, just play an F, but do the octave if you can. It sounds better. The right hand is C, E flat, A flat from bottom to top, like that. This gives you a beautiful F minor 7. And the melody note that we need, A flat, is way at the top, being played with the pinky, so it's perfect. You want your melody on top so that it comes out. So here we go. Now we're gonna move our pinky from A flat to B flat, and then back to A flat. There's that melody. One more time. Okay, let's move chords now. Left hand goes to E flat. Right hand plays a plain E flat major triad like this. B flat, E flat, G, and that puts G on top, which is our melody. And then you need to play G, F, E flat, descending. So it looks like this. I'm using the pedal to assist here because after I strike the chord, it's easier to let go and play the remaining 2 melody notes rather than squish my hand right here and try to do something like that. So I'm pushing the pedal down so that the chord rings out. You can hear that pedal doing the work for me. So far we have this. And now onto the last part of the progression. It's a B flat in the left hand and A flat, D flat, F in the right hand. This gives you a really nice B flat minor 7 chord voicing, and it also puts F at the very top, which is our melody, so it's perfect. So you get this. And you can hear your melody with very little effort. It's just kind of happening on top, and it's being taken care of by the pinky and ring fingers. So one more time. Now we have to play that again, but we're going to make a slight change at the end. Watch this. Right here. See the difference? So instead of playing our B flat minor 7 like this, I flipped it over and we're now doing F, A flat, D flat, because the melody note has to be D flat, which is being taken care of on top by the pinky. We're not doing anymore. Now it's this. Hear the difference? So the landing, the final note, is slightly different. And it's like that every other time. So this progression happens 4 times. It's the first way I showed you, then the second way, back to the first way, then the second, just for a little variety. So let me demonstrate that so you see what the full introduction looks like slowly. Different there. Now back to the first way. And now the second way. Right, with the D flat on top. So that gives us 4 full revolutions through the chord progression. That's the entire intro. So if you were able to learn that introduction with me, the verse is going to be a piece of cake because it's basically outlining the same chords that you just learned. So let me show you. For the verse, left hand is on F, sound familiar? Right hand is on C, E flat, A flat, F minor 7. But we're not playing this melody anymore because Phil is singing, or you're going to be singing, or someone in the band you're playing with is going to be singing. So you're just holding chords. You're playing pads, essentially. So here we go. You're playing this F minor 7, and then E flat major, which you also learned already, right? E flat in the left hand, B flat, E flat, G in the right hand, and then B flat minor 7, which you can play this way, B flat left hand, A flat, D flat, F. Then you go back to the first chord, F minor 7, just like this. But now we're just going to rest on the E flat major, just like that. So that was 5 different moves. Let me show you what it looks like. Just like that. So let's count that as one full cycle or revolution through the chords. That happens 4 times in the verse. So here's what the whole thing would look like. That's 1. That's 2. That was 3. Here's the last one. And there's your verse. Onto the chorus, we're going to play once again the F minor 7, like this, which by now you've become good friends with. You can also move the middle note, which is E flat, to just an F, like that, to get plain F minor. I prefer the minor 7. The way I originally showed you, I think it's more interesting. So you're going to hold that for a full measure, count to 4, 2, 3, 4. But you're going to keep your left hand on F and move the right hand to an E flat major triad root position, like this. Okay, that gives you a nice kind of suspended sound. And then again, keeping your left hand on F, you're going to move the right hand down to D flat major root position. Looks like this, D flat, F, A flat. Very cool sound with that F down below. And then retrace your steps. Let's play the E flat over the F again. That's your progression. So let me show you what that sounds like. Let's do that again. And now we're approaching the end of the chorus where he goes, you and me in paradise. So we have to do something different with the chords. We have to move our left hand to E flat and play the E flat major triad in the right hand, just like that. And then move up to an F minor triad in the right hand, F, A flat, C. Also moving our left hand to F. Back down to the E flat major triad, just like that. And finally, D flat major. So left hand on D flat, right hand D flat, F, A flat. So that follows the words you and me in paradise, like this. So you have to make sure you lock in with the melody, lock in with the lyrics there. So here's the whole chorus. Again. Here it is. And then you're going to go to the introduction. Remember, the second time is different, right? B flat minor 7 is played this way. Don't forget. So you should play a full introduction there, just like we did in the beginning. It's 4 times through that chord cycle with the slight differences on the second and fourth times. I'm not going to do it again because I already did it several times in the beginning of the video. So let's go on. We're going to do a verse that is half the length of the first verse I taught you. So it's a little bit easier. I'll play it anyway. Let's do that one more time. That's it. We're going to go into the chorus now. The chorus will be exactly the same as the last one, so I'll play it again anyway. And then we're going to go into an introduction. Guess what? It's time for a bridge. I really like this bridge. It's pretty easy to play. What we're gonna do is put G in the left hand, just like that. I like octaves, as usual. Right hand is gonna play G, B flat, E flat from bottom to top. So this is technically an E flat major chord in first inversion, or we can call it E flat over G, because the left hand is playing G. And you can hear that the bass at this point in the song is playing very clear eighth notes. Dung, 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 dung. So I like to make my left hand play those eighth notes like this. I think it just sounds a little bit more exciting. After a full measure of that, let's play F minor, root position. F in the left hand, F, A flat, C right hand. And then we're going to play E flat major. So I like root position. Again, we'll play E flat in the left hand. Just like that. And then finally, A flat major. I like to play it this way. A flat left hand, E flat, A flat, C right hand. Now let's go through that cycle a second time. F minor again. E flat. And now the final chord, the A flat, we'll actually do for 2 bars this time. Again. So that just helps get us out of the bridge. There's an extra bar, which is a nice little odd feature. I like that. Now it's time for another half verse. You know how this goes. Notice I'm rolling some notes, just for a little bit of variety. Rolling them or giving the left hand a bit of rhythm just prevents things from getting too boring. Now we're going into a chorus again. See my left hand? Boom, boom, boom. Just a little rhythm. Back into the introduction. Okay, at this point I'm not going to play the introduction again because I've done it so many times, and this one goes eternally until the fade out. So if you're not fading out like Phil does because it's a studio recording, how could you end it? Maybe we could do something like this. I like that. There's no resolution. We're just hanging out on that B flat minor chord. You see, if I brought it home to F, it's too predictable, kind of unnecessary in my opinion. Just let it hang out unresolved, just like that, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys do for the ending. Maybe you have some ideas. That's typically how I do it. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Hope it wasn't too difficult and just challenging enough. If you like this kind of stuff, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.